Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. This is the match preview for Everton v Leicester City, which kicks off at about 5:30 on Saturday night. Before I do this match preview, if you can like, comment, subscribe, like every other fucking YouTuber says, it helps out, and it does. So I'm gonna let's try and hit 5 likes for this video, only because it's a match preview and I don't get many viewers for these, but I keep doing it. I want to keep being consistent, and yeah, let's crack on. It's one of them games where, regardless who's in form, I can't really figure out how the game possibly could go. I'm gonna be honest with you. Leicester have been very different to how they normally are in a Premier League season in recent times. Leaking a lot of goals, but then all of a sudden finding a bit of form out of nowhere, with still losing games as well in between. So yeah, it's a tricky one. We never seem to have an easy game against Leicester. We just never do. It's always a tough game. They've got big threats in their team still, which, yes, they've been good. Probably the standout player is Maddison, if you could pick out anyone. But regardless of how other players' forms are, like Tillemans is very inconsistent. Harvey Barnes, another one, is very inconsistent. They're always still going to be a threat. You don't turn a bad player overnight or an inconsistent player overnight, and them two players, for example, have been consistently good for Leicester over time. So it's going to be one of them games where I just think it's going to be very tight, and I think it's going to be a low scoring match. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think it's a 1-0 game all over, which is surprising, if you could say, for if we lose 1-0, Leicester don't really keep clean sheets, but if we win 1-0, Leicester don't really not concede that many goals. So it could go hard. I think the stats will go out the window for this one. I just think it's going to be a tight affair. I think both teams are wanting to progress, especially Leicester, where they're lying in 18th at the moment. They're going to want to get out of that before the World Cup, to relieve the pressure off Rodgers and start looking up. Whereas us, we don't want to get dragged back down there again, after getting a decent point at Fulham and then obviously beating Crystal Palace at home 3-0. So yeah, if we want to keep this, if we want to keep this form going, or consistency going, we're gonna have to pick up something from this game. But with our away record, games like these we must be winning. A point should be a disappointment. Obviously, after the game, if it's a point where we was lucky to get, or it's like we just didn't deserve anything from it, then yeah, we'll take the point. But looking at this game, we should be looking at this going, we can pick 3 points up here. We should be able to. And yeah, I think what's going to win us this game is if Damari Gray, McNeil or Anthony Gordon have one of their days. And that's quite shit to say, to be honest, because you would want your players to be performing all the time. I know it's rare for someone to do that, but you would want your players to be consistently, or most of the time, playing at a very good level, where I don't know what day they're going to turn up on. I don't know what game they're going to turn up on. It's just very 50-50 all the time, probably 40-60 in terms of consistency with our wingers. So if they have a good day, then I will believe that we can win this game. And yeah, I think the lineup as well. I think it's going to be the same. I can't see him changing. Um, I think especially after that win at home, away is always tricky, especially Fulham are very good footballing side at the moment, and are very playing well and being consistently getting results. So it was always a tricky game for us, but I would like to see us with a bit more attacking play, a bit more attacking play. But at home we do tend to do that. We don't really just sit back all game. So I think we'll go at Leicester with this one, but I think it's going to be, regardless of Leicester's defence and their issues, I still think it's going to be a tight game. And I think it's going to be 1-0 to us. I can't really, I'll say Dominic Calvert-Lewin, actually. I think he's desperate to get into this England squad. I think he's desperate to get some form of scoring and get his name on the leaderboard and whatnot for highest goal scorers in the Premier League. He wants to reach a target after missing the first 6 games or so, whatever it was. So yeah, I think not scoring, should have been scoring at Fulham. I think they would want to get another home goal this season, this game. So yeah, we'll just have to see. But Leicester are dangerous at the moment. I think they play really well against Man City. Lost 1-0 at home, but there's always a threat. It's hard to say that sometimes because you think like City just sit back and just go come at us. You haven't got much in your tank, or you haven't got much going for you at the moment. So we'll just sit back and counter you. But obviously, I don't know how Man City played that game. I don't, Pep Guardiola wouldn't give it away probably. But Leicester's still on the ball, and as a team played really well. So we're just gonna have to be at it if you want to get something from this game. Yeah, that's all I can say really. Yeah, my match reaction will be on Saturday night. I'll be in work, I think, for the first half, but I'm working in a part. God, my nose is itchy. I'm working in a part in my work where there's TV screens and football screens, TV screens for the footy will be on. So I'll probably be watching it at the same time. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you all then. Peace out.